Good afternoon, everyone in LinkedIn world and YouTube world and Facebook world. It has been a hot minute since I have been live on any of my platforms. For those of you that are new to my world and joining me, I am Tanya Souls, the mastermind behind Souls Consulting and the business consultant that makes things easier for small business owners. So it's been a hot minute, like I mentioned, since I've been on. It was it meant to be a short break between my last video and this over the holidays, but my foundation kind of got a little rocked, and we had a family tragedy that happened just before the first of the year. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Over the last couple of years, I think at some point or another, we have all had our worlds rocked. We have all had our foundations just kind of shook, whether it was with the pandemic and the unknown and the how we do business is a little different than it ever was before. It could be in your business that you lost a huge customer, or you were an employee somewhere and you left that job. I know when I left my career that I had been with for many, many years, my confidence was shaken. My foundation was a little rocked. And so today I want to talk about, when your feet get kind of kicked out from under you, how do you reset yourself? How do you reset your business so that even when those foundations are rocked, when things are upside down and you're really not sure which way to go, how you take that step forward, how you take those first few steps to reset yourself, to reset your business so that all of the ground that you've made, all of the things that you have done are not lost. And I'll be honest with you. It was a personal tragedy that happened to my family, but it really knocked my mindset. It really shocked my view. And I was talking with a friend just the other day, and it's almost as though I lost my voice. Not my physical voice, but on how to function and how to operate. And I've talked to business owners who have lost businesses, who have lost their careers, who have that similar of we're not sure how to take a step forward. So first off, I want you to know you're not alone. We all, whether it's a major pandemic that hits the world or whether it's a personal tragedy that rocks our world or a business struggle that makes us question our own skills, our own mindset, our own accomplishments. We've been there. You are not alone in those struggles. You are not alone to that kick to the chest that just makes you question things. But here's the thing. I've been listening to some podcasts and some books lately, and you have to embrace the suck. And there's several podcasts, there's lots out there. When your confidence is knocked, when your main pipeline of customers is gone, when your world has turned upside down, it sucks. It's horrible. No one is like, "Oh, yay, I get to go recreate my entire world and I have no clue how." But you have to say, "What can I do today to take a step forward? What can I do today that will get me a step closer to where I want to be?" So, I I know for me, because When you experience something like my family has gone through, your brain just not does not work the same. Things just don't want to compute because it just doesn't add up right. The world just doesn't seem right. So that when it was time for me to get my brain back going to business, what can I do today that is getting me a step closer to what I normally do that I can be successful with? It could be something simple. For me, it was attending some business meetings where I was a participant in the meeting, but I wasn't leading the meeting. I was present in the meeting, but I was not having to fully plan, engage, and use those higher skills that were challenging for me at the moment. For some people, networking is really hard and it's really challenging. But when you're starting a business, when you're growing a business, when you're trying to introduce something new, it's really important. But you can always find something else to do besides go to a networking event. But sometimes it's just taking the time to make that step. And then once you've had that initial success, it's taking the next step. Okay, I've got the easy. Now let's do a little bit harder. Let's choose something that I know I don't love. For me, doing videos, it's really challenging for me. It's really hard for me, but I know it's important for my business. So here I am on Tuesday doing my Tuesday tips. Choose something that's a little bit harder, that's a little bit more challenging. I recently just listened to Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights. I have had a lot of people recommend it. For those of you who haven't read it yet, it's an interesting perspective and it's totally Matthew McConaughey. Um, and it really talks about that there are times in your life that feel like red lights. There are times in your life that it feels like the world is telling you no, that the world is telling you it isn't right, that the world is telling you, nope, you got to do something else. In your business, in your life, you have to look at those red lights and you have to see around the obstacle to find the opportunity. Since I started my business, that is one of the biggest things that I have always said. Transform those obstacles, transform those challenges into opportunities to grow. Whether it's strengthen your skills, reach out in a new way, build your confidence through doing small steps. When your world is rocked, when things are uncertain, take a minute, because trust me, when that happens, you got to take a minute, take a deep breath, and look for the green light. Look for that thing that you can do today that you can be successful with. If you need to prospect, make a phone call today, send an email, send a LinkedIn message. Do what you have to do. When your world is rocked, when your business is upside down and you're like, holy smokes, what am I going to do? Look for ways to a new pathway, a new opportunity to find a small step for success. Because you will be amazed when you start seeing the little successes of, hey, I got through today and I didn't cry. Or I got through today and I made 5 new connections. Or I got through today and I finished that major project that my brain just has not been able to do. You have to take those and get the little successes and celebrate them. And when your world truly is upside down, recognize it, accept it, but then look for the ways to move on, to take a step forward. It's never easy. I have yet to have a time when my world has been rocked and my business, whether it was my in-person things to virtual, whether it's family tragedy to get through, whether it's big customers that disappear. It's never easy, but there's always a way to find a new opportunity. And it could be to learn something. It could be to change what you're doing to a better way. But when your world is turned upside down, when you feel like you've lost your confidence, you've lost your voice, you've lost your way, the only way to move forward is taking one step at a time. And this is where, when you are surrounding yourself with your community, whether it's your physical local community, your church community, your business community, when your world is rocked, you need to make sure that you have people around you that will be there to lift you up, that will be there to encourage you, to help you, to help you take a step forward. Whether it's a friend with a phone call, a colleague in a meeting, or a Facebook post that makes you laugh. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are going to lift you up and help you reset your business so that you're launching yourself towards success. I'm back to every Tuesday sharing Tuesday's tips, and next week we'll see what happens. So, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can go to tanya.tube and subscribe. If you have not liked me on Facebook, you can find me at Souls Consulting or on Instagram at Tanya Souls. And I look forward to sharing more business tips in our next video.